This is a Rogue Media Network production.
Welcome back to the show. You know, there's something really powerful about stories that have stood the test of time, stories that still speak to us, challenge us, and even shape the way we see the world today. And that's exactly what's happening right here in Waco at McLennan Community College, where a brand new original play is bringing ancient themes into a modern conversation. After more than 20 years of teaching and a 5-year writing journey, English professor Nick Webb is debuting the Song of Iphigenia, a work, no, I said that wrong.
That is okay. Most people would do.
The Song of Iphigenia.
There you go. Yes.
All right. And Nick, welcome.
Thank you.
Joining him is the wonderful Cori Burkett, who is a Waco native, and you're directing.
Yes, I'm one of
show.
3 directors. Yes.
And it is just such an awesome project because, Nick, as I understand, this work was inspired by a Greek tragedy, the Oresteia.
Yes, well said, yes.
You helped me with it, but with a kind of a fresh lens on how we move beyond kind of rigid thinking and then wrestle with complex moral problems and issues and questions. And what makes this production really meaningful is not just the script, it's about the collaboration.
100%.
Wouldn't you say? MCC students don't just perform in the play, they're helping to shape it. And they're kind of part of its creative DNA, if you will, and they'll be credited as the originating cast when it is published. And that is a rare and remarkable opportunity for those students. So joining us also, Cori Burkett, who is a Waco native with an impressive background in theater spanning New York University, the Tisch School of Arts, Stella Adler Studio of Acting. That is just amazing. And stages all across New York City and beyond. And you're helping to bring this production to life. You and I got to know each other 6 years ago during the Waco Civic Theater production of Mamma Mia. You were our choreographer.
I was.
And I just felt so sorry for you having to try to teach me that. I've told more people, I never really did learn exactly what I was supposed to do. But it was wonderful choreography. It was fabulous.
Thank you. It was so much fun.
Well, and as I recall, you were expecting a little one.
I was, yes.
And you were just out there jumping around and having everybody, learn everything. And you were just amazing.
Well, thank you.
But at the time, I did not know about your acting resume and how wonderful you are in our community and to MCC. So, we're talking about creativity and mentorship and the enduring power of theater. So let us get to it. So, Nick, take us back to the beginning. What first drew you to this Greek tragedy, and why has it kind of stayed with you for 40 years?
And that's a really, really good question. And I can tell you the points where I've engaged with it, but I don't know if I can tell you why. And yet I can. So I'll dodge the question, then I'll answer the question.
Okay.
I first encountered the story as a freshman, as an undergraduate. First semester, they make you take things like intellectual traditions of the West, right? Where you read Plato and you read Socrates and Augustine and the classics. And this was one of those texts that I was given freshman year.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't process it then. I didn't know how to read things like this then. But the story, I kept coming back to that actual story. And the answer to the question is, there's more to it than good guy, bad guy. There's all this complexity as to the moral behavior and how we judge right and wrong, if you really look at the play. And I think that's what has stuck with me for a long time and what I wanted to explore in my new play, about can we re-envision right and wrong, especially through a new lens.
Mm-hmm. But this has been a process. You've been working on this particular adaptation for many years, right?
I have. I've been writing parts of it on little pieces of mail that sit on the coffee table, just like coming up with
Making
words
little notes,
and rhymes and concepts. But 5 years ago, more or less, MCC awarded me sabbatical leave. And that was just the thing I needed to finish a draft.
Okay.
And as Cori will attest, that was probably 19 drafts ago.
Yeah, just about.
It was.
Well, it's a process.
But it is a process. And I'm
Yeah.
so blessed that the college is so supportive of its faculty and in particular its artists to give us time to work on our art, to develop our craft.
Oh.
So I'm blessings to the college for allowing me an opportunity and now continuing that opportunity with great directors. I have 3 directors directing my play, which is triple the talent.
That's kind of unusual, though, isn't it?
Oh, it
A little
is.
bit?
It is.
So how did you divide it up in acts or scenes or?
No, so we've kind of all taken on an individual role in that. Kelly Parker is kind of our main acting director. Joseph Taylor is our main movement director. And then I am taking more of the role of the voice and text director. So we have been individually working on those different moments. But then in rehearsals, we are actually all coming together, and the 3 of us are sitting in the room together and trying new things and collaborating. So it's been very different for me as a director because I'm used to directing alone. Or just with one other person. But it's been really fun because one of us will have an idea and we will start directing and staging something, and then someone will go, oh, but what about if we do this too? And then, but what about if we do this? And so we have had moments of just us building on top of each other in the moment and getting so excited. The students keep laughing at us in rehearsal because the 3 of us and Nick, we all get so excited about what we're doing because of the collaboration, and we just get giddy and start laughing at how silly we look. But we're so excited because the work is thriving because of that collaboration.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
And it's exciting. This is going to open on Thursday evening.
That is correct. World premiere.
The world premiere. And so when you first encountered the script, Cori, what stood out to you immediately?
I was amazed, well, first of all, that all 3 of these epic plays got combined into one story. It was quite the feat, but to have them flow together and to find a new theme, this theme of the circle of this curse that this family is going through, and how it almost feels inevitable for this family to continue struggling and going through this tragedy, and it's like they can't escape it. And the way that the play has been framed, they get the opportunity to end the curse by the end and to find a resolution as not just individual characters, but as a family. And so it's very cool. Nick has both human mortals in the play, but then also some of the gods and goddesses of Greek mythology partaking in the play and commenting and giving power back to this family to resolve the play and resolve this family's history. So it's a huge undertaking, but I love the play between the humans and the gods and goddesses. The mortal and the supernatural.
And it is a modern day setting, or is it?
No, I'd say it's a classical setting.
Oh, okay.
Classical
so togas. I mean, is that what? What's our costuming going to be?
Well, traditional Greek tunics.
Okay.
And warrior breastplates and
Okay.
sandals for the king.
Yeah, our costume designer Kathleen Londy actually found depictions of Agamemnon's actual armor based on, I believe, art and readings and things, and she recreated it. So we will see as close to an accurate representation as we could find of Agamemnon's armor in the play. And all of the pleating she's done for the tunics has been in this primitive pleating way that they would have used in that time period. So as close to accurate as she can get.
That is remarkable. So for people who are not familiar with it, what is Oresteia?
The Oresteia.
The Oresteia. And how does that play, how is it all being reimagined for our audiences? You mentioned you're combining 3 plays into one.
Yeah, sure. The overarching story is one of the best Greek myths that nobody knows about.
Okay.
When I ask people maybe what they could tell me about Greek mythology, if there's a myth, it's Oedipus.
Yes.
And we know the tragedy of Oedipus.
Of course, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
if I say the tragedy of Agamemnon, blank stare.
Well, but I've heard the word. I've heard the name.
Okay, sure. So Agamemnon, so the Trojan War, 10-year battle, Greeks ultimately win. Well, throughout that battle, Agamemnon is the general over all the other generals. So he's the boss of Odysseus, and he's the boss of Achilles, and all of that for 10 years. And so he comes home like Eisenhower at the end of World War II, conquering hero, victorious, and his wife welcomes him home in the most loving of ways until she murders him that same night.
Oh.
Now, this is payback, morally justified, perhaps, but this is payback for one of his actions 10 years ago. So now what happens? The son, whose father has just now been murdered, has to avenge the murder. It's almost very like Old West, Wild West, code of justice.
Yeah.
But it's if you kill one of mine, I have to kill one of yours.
Eye for an eye, all that.
It is the eye for an eye justice. So that means he has to kill his mother. The prince has to kill his mother. Right. So this is the very bleak Greek tragedy that I've adapted. I think ultimately, though, Anne, I've turned it into a love story. But that'll be for the audiences to figure out.
Okay, so the Song of Iphigenia is evocative, if maybe difficult to say.
It is.
So,
marketing people would tell me that's the worst title I could have ever chosen, I'm sure.
What does it represent, though, in your version of the story?
The Song of Iphigenia. She is the daughter, without giving away too much, but she was the sacrifice so that the soldiers could all sail to the Trojan War. So it's redeeming both her loss, but then turning her into a character who helps stop the cycle of violence. So this character who is largely forgotten in literature or is just minorly treated, I give a starring role, and I really like that. Yeah. But I think it's also the story about her mother and what her mother legitimately goes through as a grieving parent to somewhat find closure, if not actually to change the rules of the game. Okay.
So what are the themes you hope the audience wrestles with?
The first theme is that violence, begetting more violence, is stupid. I think that's a clear statement. I think another statement is, well, look, there are many ways the play could be read as an anti-war play. I'm not necessarily presenting it as an anti-war play, but I understand it can be read that way. The play certainly can be read as like an empowering of the female, sort of the divine feminine, the powerful feminine, and that's in there too, but I didn't necessarily write it for that either. I think it is still just this character of the mother who has been one of the worst villains in literature for 3,000 years. I wanted to give her a fair treatment. So I think it is, in many ways, I want to look at her, the best theme for me is a mother's love.
Wow. What were you looking for when you were casting that role? Were you involved? Who all was involved in?
Well, at first I would say, the mother, I need somebody who can say 10,000 words on stage.
Yes.
Okay.
For the mother, we were looking for someone who could command the space with power. Because for Clytemnestra, the mother is a force of nature. And she has been, running this nation while her husband was away for 10 years, and then takes the power back again after she murders him. So she needs to be someone who can be a force of nature to command that kind of energy and power in the room, but then also have the softness and vulnerability to show the pain of a mother's love after loss. So it was a tough role. I mean, it is a amazing role. It's a
plum role,
Yes, it is a tough one. And luckily we found one of our alumni to play that role and is doing a beautiful job. Yes, we have a few alumni.
That's good.
Yes, playing Clytemnestra and Agamemnon, Nemesis, some of our older characters, which also helps because, we have only college students to cast from. So we have some of our older people being played as alumni, and they're doing a beautiful job.
Oh, that is awesome. 5 years, that was a long creative journey. What kept you committed to this work?
I've always wanted to be a creative writer.
Yeah.
I've known that since 8th grade reading Ray Bradbury, or sophomore year reading Hemingway.
Yeah.
But I've struggled with, and I've learned this, I think, over time after I went through my master's program as well. I don't have a lot of ideas, Anne. I am interested in literature. I love literature. There's so much about storytelling that I find vital and amazing, and I love talking to my students about it. But to come up with my own ideas, I've learned that's really not my thing. I'm not going to write the great American novel, but I can take the best Greek tragedy nobody's ever heard of and re-envision it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the material was, well, I would say the material was easy because I was handed the script. I just had to add my own poetry, if you will.
Yeah. Were there moments when the story took a change of direction or surprised you?
Oh, yes. Artemis's arrival surprised me. I did not see this play within the play in Act 2. But early on, I made a very creative decision, and there will be purists in the crowd who know the original Oresteia. They will say, you changed the story too radically. You can't do that.
They're not going to like that.
The purists will not like one of my changes, but it makes the story so much better. Mm-hmm. So I think having Orestes be present for the whole thing, rather than the libation bearer's business where he comes back and no one knows him. We just need to keep the action moving forward.
Yeah.
And I like having the prince on stage seeing his bloody mother.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right,
It's
so-
very powerful.
Yeah, so
Well, there's a lot more I want to hear about this upcoming production. Again, it's going to open on Thursday evening at the Music and Theater Arts Building there at MCC, correct?
that is correct.
And your run is going to be Thursday through Sunday afternoon, a matinee
That is correct.
performance. So we will be back to talk more with you about this. But I want to tell you, today's show is brought to you by Universal Windows. You can transform your home with our premium window door and siding installation services. Universal Windows Direct. Central Texas makes upgrading your home simple and stress-free. Call Universal Windows Direct, Central Texas today. They are located in Woodway. There's more of the show ahead.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
For anyone that's in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Alan Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well, service and any kind of warranty issues and those sort of things. Because of the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. I said I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
If I had somebody that was looking for a car, I would definitely recommend Allen Samuels. The trust that I have, the care that they take, they genuinely want to take care of you. They really ask for your feedback when you go to the support department to make sure they're taking care of you in every way possible. So I really appreciate that they listen to your feedback.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
What is that?
Be still tonight. Sweet, sweet dreams tonight. Daddy loves you, I always will. Your love don't pay the bill. Go to sleep, don't cry. Memories don't die. Keep them close in easy reach. This is what I teach. Stay the course, my friend. Broken hearts can mend. Take the time to share your love. It all comes from above. It all comes from above and beyond.
The Riesel Fair is back and bigger than ever. Bring the whole family for a day packed with fun, from thrilling rides, delicious food, local vendors, and live music Friday night. Saturday music begins at 2 p.m. Admission is $5 for adults, 2 to 12 years $3, 2 and under are free. Mark your calendar and join us for the Riesel Fair, May 7th through 9th. The Riesel Fair, where memories are waiting just for you.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
For anyone that's in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Alan Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well, service and any kind of warranty issues or those sort of things. Because of the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. And so I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
And we are back with Nick Webb and Cori Burkett, and they are so excited about this upcoming production of a Greek tragedy. It's a reimagining of this ancient story, the Song of Iphigenia.
Getting better every time.
Every time. I'm working on it. And it is opening on Thursday evening. And it will have just the long weekend run, but you say Friday night's already sold out.
Friday night is already sold out. Saturday is very nearly sold out. So
okay.
Call early plan to maybe come on the opening night or the closing night, or email boxoffice@mclennan.edu. One word, box office.
Oh, very good, very good. So this production is being recorded, right, for demo reels? Is that
It is.
correct? So let's talk about this. Is a big opportunity.
Well, and you know what a demo reel is. I mean, this is what actors need. This is what media people need to say, here's the work I've done. You can see me in this sitcom. You can see me in this commercial.
Right.
All right. Well, normally what happens with theater is that copyright is blocked by the playwright, just as a matter of course.
Yeah.
There is no filming of plays whatsoever.
Right.
Right. Standard contract. Well, I am the playwright. And I'm waiving that because I want my actors, I want my directors, I want personally for myself too, a vision of what did we do, and in this media tech world that we live in, social media promotion world that we live in, my actors should be able to promote themselves with something more than a still photo. So I want to make available to the cast, the crew, the designers, everybody, here's your good monologue, here's your good scene, here's that good chorus number you did, demo reels, yes, for everybody. And the college is very supportive of making this happen.
Oh, that's wonderful. How do you think this experiment of doing this experience, I should say, will impact these students to have this opportunity to have it demo reel?
You want to address that? Because I got some ideas. I don't know.
Yeah. So as an actor, you are constantly submitting your work. Usually actors make websites where they have pictures of their work. If they've done any film work or television work, they add that, they add reels. But if you're mainly a stage actor, you have pictures, and that's
right.
it.
Still photos. We've all seen them.
Yes,
yeah.
Still photos, and that's it, which is wonderful. It's wonderful to have those, but it's nothing compared to a good monologue from the work that you're really proud of. It just adds that other level of credibility to your work. And so I think that's wonderful for the actors to have starting out so young, because at this point they don't really have any kind of film or TV credits, so they just have their resume and they have the still photos. So to have one extra level of it is just a treat. As a director, I think it's a treat. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Yeah. Oh, that's.
But Ann, I would also jump in to say, and it also then it teaches them the business.
Mm-hmm.
Gets them to begin to think about how do you manage your profiles, how do you promote yourself.
Right. It's all part of the learning experience for sure.
To become a professional actor is part of
right.
what we're trying to train them to do.
Mm-hmm. Right. So this student involvement, though, we've been talking about that, how important that is in the creative process. So what does it mean to you to be able to credit them as the originating cast?
It's incredible. It's so exciting. Do you mind?
Jump in.
So I'll jump in. I want to give special shout out because not my class, Joseph Taylor's class, he has a creative movement class, and almost all of the cast is in that class. And we have been taking the time to devise the movement for specific scenes, especially these moments of Iphigenia speaking about her story and stuff. We have let them create the movement. So even more than just that they are a part and have characters that they have created and originated, they are originating movement and creating these beautiful pieces of movement and dance. So
it is like dance?
Moments of it.
Moments of it are?
We have some moments where they are amplifying the text through movement. And so we have, especially, I keep coming back to Iphigenia, she has these beautiful monologues remembering what happened to her. And we have the chorus dancing to accentuate different moments of it, or lifting her up, or telling the story visually along with the words and the text. So it kind of flows in and out throughout the whole play of more of a realism setting where they are just in their characters and saying the lines and moving around authentically, but then also we flow into these other moments of heightened movement and dance to bring the stories to life. And it's been beautiful. And the cast has really taken ownership of that. When we've done these devising works in class, it's their movements that we're going to see in the final production. All we have done as the directors is say, oh, I love this moment and I love this moment. Let's put these together and see how they complement each other and created the storyline of their movements, but it's all from their work. So they have an ownership on this play like nothing else they've ever done.
So you're a choreographer yourself.
I am,
I know that. And so how do you articulate that in a written form for future productions? In other words, to know about some of these movements that you're telling me about, how do you do that?
I'm not sure yet.
We're figuring that out.
Great question.
It is a great question.
Because Nick, in his script, the whole reason we even started having those ideas, had moments that said the chorus moves and dances, think about showing this moment visually.
Mm-hmm.
And so we did think about it, and we turned it into something, but I'm not sure what the final script will look like in saying it. I don't know.
Let me go back. I love the visual storytelling images that they create.
Mm-hmm.
Prometheus and Tantalus are going to be so amazing, right? So they have taken to creating visual images on the stage pictures, and telling the story in ways far beyond my language, but using my language at the same time. It's remarkable. But one of my favorite lines, and I did it twice, or favorite stage directions to answer your question, is I wrote Iphigenia dances, and that was it. And then I was like, I knew they would figure it out. But I think to keep the integrity of a play like this, I don't want to like prescribe what we did here in Waco, Texas is exactly the only way it can be done. I want to keep it open for future casts and directors to say, we'll reinterpret this or that, but I think I've got to steal some of this. Some of it is too good. And I know the moments that I've already been penciling in.
Okay.
It's like, I'm keeping that.
Yeah. It'd be so exciting to see what the written script looks like.
And you'll have some reels that people can refer to.
That's true,
as
yes.
well. Though I mean, a picture, as you say, worth 1,000 words.
And one last thing about the original casting of these actors. I'm not saying that I'm Tennessee Williams, because I'm not saying that I'm Tennessee Williams. But one of my favorite playwrights is Tennessee Williams.
Yes.
One time when I was in graduate school, we had this like visiting professor who came in on Friday afternoons and did workshops with us. And she was like crazy and scary and very intimidating. And then I found out one day by looking through a copy of a Tennessee Williams play, she was in the original cast of Rose Tattoo or some such Tennessee Williams play. And she was like just the young ingenues, like small parts.
Oh.
And I was like, and now she's like this scary old lady teaching in my acting class. But it was really
You're
cool.
trying to picture her as the
I know,
ingenue.
but Vivian Nathan taught me a great deal about acting, but it was through a process of terror. But it was just very interesting to see, and she was in the original cast of something. So who knows? Wow. I think people will like being in the original cast of something.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, you know, Baylor has the new playwrights.
Yes, they do. It's an exciting initiative.
I know, this wonderful initiative. And so would your work be something that could be submitted or?
Well, I've wondered about that, and I've talked to Mr. Kirk at least once.
Yeah, Preston Kirk's been on this show talking about it.
I've heard the interview. Because my work is being produced at MCC, I don't know if then it counts as new work through the Baylor Initiative. However,
right, I guess that's true.
But there's this long built-in, everybody has always seen it, sections of my play that I think if I turn it into a musical, something like Hades Town, perhaps, these are where the songs are. And I've already shaped out the songs. So I wonder if my attempt to make my play a musical might be something Baylor would be interested in as we move forward.
Hey.
Who knows?
Yeah. Oh, that's great. But what does all this say about the level of talent in this community, and particularly at MCC?
Particularly at MCC.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of talent in our group and our students and our production team.
Oh, yeah.
It's been, yeah.
How many are involved? Do you know? How big is the cast? And
large.
We have 20 actors.
Okay. Yeah.
And then crew, 5 or so.
Yeah.
Designers, 5 or so.
And then you mentioned you've got some alumni who are involved.
Yes.
And so are they acting professionally now, or?
Some of them are. Some of them have other jobs and just still love to act.
Love
and
doing
still come
this.
back and hang out with us and do some work.
And others are regulars at Silent House or other theater companies.
Right,
yes.
and of course Civic Theater. And there's so many
I think
so many local theaters now
There
and
are.
opportunities for actors.
it's a very vibrant theater scene in Waco.
No
currently.
kidding.
It's
It
exciting.
really has been exciting to watch, but what I love about Waco Civic, for that matter, is how many actors, will come and sit and talk on the show with me and go, I've never done this before. I just love, isn't that fun?
Yes.
That people can really kind of stretch themselves. But you've got students who already sort of have that spark and know they might want to make it a career.
Yeah. Several students. And they're here and figuring out their stepping stones of where do they go next from here, which is just so exciting to see.
Well, it really is. So, you've worked in New York, trained at some of the most impressive Stella Adler. So, what brought you back to Central Texas?
Well, I ended up back here kind of as a fluke. I was working as a working actor in New York and auditioning and working for a manager and going out for auditions. I didn't love it.
Really?
I love acting. I didn't love the grind of being a working actor. And I had friends who did, who I would meet up with them after auditions, and they were thriving in that environment. And I remember thinking, like, you have to have that kind of passion for auditioning.
Fire in the belly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I wasn't feeling it there.
Yeah.
And I was jaywalking and broke my ankle, as one does in New York. And I had to have surgery, and I thought, there's no way I'm recovering in New York in a walk-up. I'm going to come back home to Texas, to Waco, and recover. And while I was home, I felt settled, and I actually got a call that they needed an emergency hire in the dance department at MCC. And I was like, this is too good to be true. This is too perfect. And I started working, and I worked that year as a temporary hire and fell in love with teaching, and I found that burning passion.
Mm-hmm.
And it just felt so right to be a part of that group and to be at MCC and in this program. So I just connected with it and said, okay, how do I stay here? Because I love it here. And so I went and got my master's and came back, and have been working here ever since, and have been thriving here.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah. And April is Community College Month. And I've got President McCown is going to be on the show here in the next few days as well, talking about all the great things. And I cannot sing the praises of MCC highly enough because of what that little gem means in this community, what it means for students to give them the opportunities that it does. Yeah. So, Nick, what brought you to MCC?
Well, look, here's this delightful thing about your interview here today. I didn't know you were from New York.
Yeah.
I just knew you were a really, really good director. My wife and I lived in New York for 12 years. She got her master's degree. I got my master's degree. And then we had our first child, and we decided it was, we could no longer afford the lifestyle of New York with the child. We were going to have to move too far out on the subway line. I might have to get a new job. But my wife had family. They had grandparents who wanted to build a little house for us to entice us to come. So we had a good landing spot that we realized.
That's the way to get that grandbaby here.
It worked 100 times over, but it was the best move of my life, I think, of our life.
Oh, yeah.
So raised our kids here, have had this long career at MCC. I'm delighted. I mean, I got very lucky.
Well,
I landed well.
I'm telling you, everybody's lucky out of this whole deal.
Yeah.
So what excites you about working with students at this stage in their learning and their academic career, I guess?
All right, well, let me actually jump in with something else because I'll answer the question that for a long time I have been a dual credit instructor.
Okay.
So for a long time through MCC, we will either go to the high school campus or the students come to the MCC campus. But what I find so interesting about high school students are they have ideas, they have energy, they want to talk, they want to explore. Some of my richest and most favorite experiences as a teacher have been exploring literature, Shakespeare and John Donne poetry with high school seniors.
Wonderful.
So that kind of opportunity is there are students who they may be going on to other institutions. They may not be doing full-time MCC, but there's this clear kind of thirst for exploration of ideas and storytelling and connecting ideas politically or socially or whatever it may be. And MCC allows for that.
Oh, and what a blessing to be able to get those college credits.
Yes.
It is.
Out of the way ahead of time.
And to learn, I believe studies suggest that students who've done dual credit succeed far better when they acclimate to the next institution than those with none.
That mystique of, I'm in college is kind of been there and done that. I can do this.
They've overcome a few hurdles.
Yeah.
They know how to play the game a bit.
That is wonderful. I mean, that to me is one of the best things going for making higher education a little more affordable for families. So this digital fast-paced world we're in, what is it that makes theater still matter?
Oh, that's a good question. For years, I have been encouraging my English students to come see plays at MCC, earn extra credit. And they invariably will say, I've never seen a play before in my life. For years, again and again and again. So I think there's one value in just exposing students to a new form of storytelling. You know, it could be music, it could be dance, it could be many things, but theater, I think, is for me personally very evocative and very engaging, and that can be for them too. But I think there's also a benefit in, let's slow down, slow form storytelling. Maybe it does something different to the brain than flip, or repeat as Instagram or TikTok repeats and repeats. Slow form storytelling is different. Absolutely. And it engages different parts of the brain, and I think maybe we need some of that.
That's true. I hadn't really thought of that. But that's true. We're so used to just, as you say, quick snippets, 10-second sound bites, whatever. So what about for you?
I think you can't replicate the energy and authenticity that you feel in live theater. Because the beauty of live theater is that there is no cut, there's no retaking something if it goes wrong. if it goes wrong,
you might have to ad lib.
Exactly. And that's the magic of theater is that you don't actually know what's going to happen. You can rehearse something 1,000 times and it's going to still be slightly
Somebody
different every
drops
night.
a line and it's like, I got to figure this out.
And in the positive, those happen all the time. But then also in the positive, the energy of the audience changes from night to night.
It's never the same.
A specific energy for each night that fuels the actors.
That's true.
So I know I've had so many students at the end of a production night, they'll say, tonight's audience was amazing. I felt their energy and it gave me so much life and passion and I felt better than I've ever felt doing this role. And it's because of that live interaction, it's magic, I think. It gives something special to both the actors and the audience, and you can't replicate that on a TV.
Oh, and it truly, magic is the operative word there. So we've got the opening night coming up on Thursday. Friday night is sold out. Saturday almost. But then we've got a Sunday matinee, and that is it's the Song of Iphigenia. And it is going to be at I've got it written down, the Music and Theater Arts Building there on campus at MCC. So tell them one more time how to get tickets and see what's available.
All right, to reserve tickets, I would encourage you email box office, one word, box office, at McLennan, MCLENNAN.edu.
All right.
In your email, tell me how many tickets you need, which night you would like to attend, and are you with the college? Are you a senior? Are you a veteran?
Because you've got discounts?
Because we have discounts available.
Okay, and so what are the ticket prices?
Ticket prices are, generally what we're doing for this show is $10 BOGO. So
okay, wow.
$10 gets you 2 tickets, come on in.
That's an
the adult
amazing
price for
value for a great entertainment.
It is a stunning value, best in
no
town.
kidding.
We would like people to see this play.
Yeah.
I think it's very good. I think it's quite startling.
Well, it's exciting. I'm so thrilled that you both could come and spend some time with me to tell me about this. I love innovation and new works, and this is just awesome. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Cori.
Yes, thank you for having
Stay
us.
with us. There is more of the show ahead.
For anyone that's in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Alan Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well, service and any kind of warranty issues and those sort of things. Because of the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. I said I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
Back at home at the end of the day, early to rest, it's time to play. In my music room I pick and sing, sunshine and flowers that life can bring. I sung for money but not a lot. Friends were drinking and smoking pot. A fistful of memories is all I've got. It's not perfect, as perfect as can be. The natural curls that bless her brow. She's mine forever, even now. Like you're a man that never was. Ask her why, she says because. She knows I'll never go away astray. Bring home all my weekly pay. I bring my love home every day. She's as perfect as can be. My life ain't great, but it's good. I made it the best that it can be. Wouldn't trade it if I could. It's perfect enough for me. She's as perfect can be. She's as perfect can be. As perfect, and she's as perfect can be. As perfect, she's perfect enough for me.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
If I had somebody that was looking for a car, I would definitely recommend Allen Samuels. The trust that I have, the care that they take, they genuinely want to take care of you. They really ask for your feedback when you go to the support department to make sure they're taking care of you in every way possible. So I really appreciate that they listen to your feedback.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Apollo Neuro is a new kind of wearable that helps your body recover from stress, that helps you calm down and feel better. You sleep better, and you can get back to being yourself. Learn more at apolloneuro.com.
I had a panic moment running my hands through my hair, and that's when I found Keeps. Keeps gave me the results that I was really looking for.
I definitely felt a lot more confident once I saw my hair coming back.
Keeps has given me the control of my hair back.
Get your first month free at Keeps.com.
It's not just a glove, it's a 44 Pro. Crafted with dedication, made for performance, and built to last. Get your custom glove today at 44pro.com and experience the 44 Pro difference. That's 44pro.com, 44 Pro.
This is a Rogue Media Network production.